The next game we're going to play is called Capture Tacoma. Now, if you're inside the house, obviously you can play this in different ways. If you got a hallway and you got somebody that you can challenge, you can put cones, or you could put soup cans, something all the way down, like at the end of the hall, and you start in the middle, and at the other end of the hall, whoever you're competing against starts from there. What you're going to do is you're going to roll it, and if you hit one, you get to run down, grab it, and bring it back. First one to get all the cones or the targets back to the start line is the winner chicken dinner. So if I'm over here, I need my cameraman back. He's outside riding his bicycle. So if I'm going to be here and I'm competing against somebody, what I'm going to do, obviously this will be at the end of a hallway, not 2 feet away. But every time I hit a putt, oh, I missed. So I'd have to run down, get my ball, run all the way back and start over. Oh, man. I missed again. So I'm going to run down, come back. So every time I want to get up here. Okay, so I got that one. I'd run, I'd grab that one. I'd bring it all the way back to my station. So obviously, I'm going in this direction. If I'm competing against somebody, they're going in the other direction. But the first one that gets all the cones back, once again, winner, chicken dinner. So this is a way to stay active, competitive. You got to work on your distance control. You got to work on your aim. So make sure you're not just standing up there and hitting the ball as hard as you possibly can and putting holes in the walls. Don't think mom and dad would like that very much. That would not be using good judgment, would it? Nope. Okay. So trivia today. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to call this T-Box Trivia. So I'm going to be the first one here. The T-Box is where we start the play of a hole. So obviously on a golf course, there's usually either 9 or 18 holes. So we've got numerous T-boxes based on ability, but there's T-markers each box. So the T-markers tell us where we get the tee off. So what you want to do now is, I'm going to bring this right over here. Back as far as I can. All right, so if I've got one T marker here, put in the camera. One T marker there and one T marker over here. And so you're going to raise your hand, and Miss Taylor's going to call on you. You'll have to unmute yourself. But are you allowed to tee off in front of the T markers, even if it's an inch?
Mr. iPad. That one, let's go.
No.
Okay. Colby?
That's correct. So you're not allowed to tee off in front of the T marker. Next question. How far behind the T markers can you go? So typically,
as far as you want.
Huh?
As far as you want.
As far as you want? Can't go that
far. You guys,
far.
please wait on me to call on you too, okay? Let everybody else give a chance to answer.
Okay. How many club lengths can I go? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? How far back can you go?
Kalia?
2.
2. Good answer. So 2 club lengths. So the idea about this is sometimes the tee boxes aren't all flat. So sometimes you get in areas where they're a little uneven and you just don't feel comfortable. I want a good flat lie when I'm trying to hit a tee ball, because I'm trying to hit it a long way, and if my balance is a little funky because the ground's uneven, that's not good. So it may behoove me to move back here to a good flat spot. Also, I'm going to turn the tee markers like this. If I am a person who hits the ball from left to right, so I either fade or slice it, what I like to do is go over here to the right side, and that way I aim more down the left side of the fairway, so the fairway actually gets a little bit bigger for me. If I'm a drawer or hooker of the golf ball, so I hit it right to left for a right-handed player, I come more to the left-hand side. Now, if I hit it straight all the time, I'm going to hit it right in the middle. So now we just talked about you could get 2 club lengths behind the tee markers. Am I allowed, so that's an imaginary rectangle, am I allowed to stand outside of that imaginary rectangle to hit the drive? Who's got an answer for me? Do I have to be in the triangle or the rectangle, or can I be outside of the rectangle?
Cruz.
I think maybe you can be outside.
That's correct.
Maybe.
You can stand outside. The ball is the only thing that has to be inside this area. So you could be over here like this. You could tee the ball up. It could be right next to the tee marker. You could hit it from there. So that's a good answer there. Let me see what. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites here. Let me get my handy dandy tee here. We'll put the ball on here. Now, if I stand up here and I'm getting ready to hit my big drive, I'm going to hit it a long way. So I move my club a little bit. I give a little bit of waggle here. So what happens if I accidentally knock the ball off the tee? Does that count as a shot?
Kalia.
No.
That's correct. It doesn't. So, and here's the reason why. When we're on the tee box, the ball is not in play yet. So when we get on the tee box, that's our job. We're trying to put the ball in play and then finish the hole by putting it into the hole. So if I get up here and I'm just waggling a little bit and I accidentally knock it off, that does not count as a shot. Next question. What happens if I stand up here and I take my big, giant, mighty swing and I completely miss the ball? Does that count as a shot?
All right, Dylan. You're going to have to unmute yourself. There you go. I don't think we can hear you, Dylan. Can you
Shake
hear
your
us?
head, nod your head yes, or shake your head no for the answer.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. It does count as a shot. So if I take a big, mighty swing and I make an attempt to hit this ball in play down the fairway and I miss, it counts as a shot. So that when I actually hit the ball the next time, that would be my second shot. So we got to count this. So that's really important that we're doing that the right way. Now, not that any of you are actually going to miss the ball, but it has happened before. Some people do miss the ball. Is what it is. Now, I've got one of my favorite quotes. I like a good quote. So one of my favorite quotes, and I use it a lot at First Tee because all of you people, all the young people are still learning a lot about the game. I'm an older guy. I'm still learning a lot about the game. So golf's a game, it's continuous learning. But the phrase or the quote is, I never lose. I either win or I learn. So I may not have the best day out there, but I can always learn something. If I'm learning, that means I'm winning because I'm getting a little bit better every single time. So when you guys get out there, guys and gals get out there, just make sure if you have that kind of attitude of, hey, even if I don't play my best, I can learn something and I can get better each and every time. That's a pretty good attitude to have. Now, judgment. We're going to go back to judgment because judgment is definitely one of my favorite core values out there because we're responsible for the choices that we make. Nobody's, twisting your arm, making you make choices. Those are your choices to make. So when you're out with your friends, they may be wanting to do something that's not really what you're supposed to be doing. It's your responsibility to say, you know what, I really don't want to do that. I don't want to get in trouble, then go the other way. That's your choice. Just remember that. So I want somebody to give me an example of how they use good judgment. Raise your hand.
I don't see any hands.
Do you guys not know how to use good judgment? Come on. Give me an example. We've talked about a couple today. How to use good judgment right now.
Colby, do you have one?
No.
No, Colby, what should you be doing with these a lot every day? Starting the fire? Huh?
Devin, what about you?
What?
What about you?
Judgment. You should not cheat in games.
Not cheating. Hey, that's great judgment. That's a great answer right there. Somebody else give me another answer how they're going to use good judgment.
Khalida, I think you have one.
Going outside some more.
What are you going to do when you get outside?
Play and be active.
Yes, play, be active. You folks are young. You should be outside playing as much as possible. Learn a new sport. Hey, we got time right now. Learn a new sport. Learn to do something new. Learn to get better at some sports that you may not have been good at before. I've been working on my basketball skills personally. All right, one more. Somebody else give me one more way they're going to use good judgment.
John, do you have one?
Good sportsmanship.
Show good sportsmanship. Yeah, that's great. Hey, at all times, that's definitely using good judgment. Being a good sport at all times. Really like that. It's important now. It used to be that we would shake hands after a round of golf. This day and age, we may be just giving a little foot tap or something, or just an air high five. We may go, start bowing. I don't know. We're going to do something, figure out a way so we're not, we're keeping our hands to ourselves in that way. Trying to stay a little bit safer these days, but we're going to come up with some new way. It's probably a first tee way. It may be just a tip of the cap. Who knows what we do. So we're going to find out new ways, but we're going to be using good judgment. Make sure we're staying safe. Make sure that you guys are washing your hands as much as possible, keeping your houses clean, keeping your bedrooms clean. That's real good judgment. I know mom and dad would say, wow, that's really good judgment, keeping your room clean. But help out around the house as much as possible. I know your parents will appreciate it. Keep up with your schoolwork. Get ahead if you possibly can. That's using super good judgment. That's showing a lot of initiative too. So once again, I want to see some zombies. So send me some pictures of some zombies. And don't forget about the plank challenge. We want you guys really getting down there, working on those planks, because the more you do it, the stronger you get. The stronger you get in your core, the better athlete you're going to be in all sports. So that's really important. Helps prevent you from getting injured, but it helps you play at a higher level. So work on that. Do the plank challenge. Mr. Daniel, you got anything for the guys and gals out there?
Daniel, you're muted still.
Oh, sorry. Just a reminder, if you happen to miss last week's class, you can go check those out on YouTube. We're posting those so that if you aren't able to get on during the Zoom time, you can go look at those. So if you want to check those out, you can. And we hope everybody has a great week. Thanks, everybody, for being on. And we will see you next week at 5:30.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. See you
Bye.
soon.